Okay, now what is this wrapped around here? That's another question I get frequently. Well, it's gimp, and where do we find it? It's very hard to find it in this form, which is basically what you've got these forms covered with. But it's also very easy to obtain it. Here's some different gimps. You look for in the fabric stores ones where you can see that cord running through the upholstery tape or upholstery trim. Here's a different style, a few different styles. Okay. What you're looking for is you want one where this thread that holds all of this together pulls easily off. So when you buy it in this form, you can't always tell. Generally, this type will comply. Some other types that are fancier don't always work as easily. But what you want to do is you want to find the little thread. See where that's stitched along there? You want to find the little thread that holds that together. Here, I see it right here. And so, I also see it right here. Now what you want to do is you want to pull on that thread. Now, it doesn't always work so easy at first. And sometimes it won't work from that end, and all you have to do is turn it around to the other end. But since this one's already cut, I think I have it started from this end. So we are going to find this thread, and if it won't work from that end, we will try this end. And there it is. Found it, and you see it just pulls right off from its thread backing. There's one, and here is the other. You can pull that one off later. But here's the gimp. Easy as can be. Now, it's all messed up, it's all kinked from being sewn onto that fabric backing for a while. So if you just kind of smooth it out with your hands, don't give yourself a thread burn or anything like that, just pull on it. It'll get to where it's smooth enough for us to wrap the form, because once we start putting it on there with the glue, it'll straighten out. You can see how that's working. Okay. All right. Just, let's see. Just for ease of understanding, if you buy one that looks like this, I would try to stick with ones that look like this. Ones like this. I wouldn't try it too much in the fabric store. I wouldn't try pulling it too much in the fabric store because they may not like that too much. And like I said, you may not be able to find the other end, in case the end you're trying doesn't want to pull. So, but here's one that's real easy. You'll need about 3 yards of this. You'd like to, in a perfect world, go ahead and be able to cover the entire form with one continuous length. But it's not the end of the world if you have to, you know, stop and add additional at some point. I think I had to do that on both of those tassels. So if you have some, you know, that looks short like this one in your stash, you may want to just go ahead and go with it while you're in the learning stage of all of this, so that, you know, you save money. I don't usually like to invest too much in a hobby until I look like I'm going to enjoy it, or, you know, be fairly adept at it, because hobbies can be extremely expensive. You can always spend as much as you want, or, you know, as little as you want, sometimes. I don't know if, you know, learning to fly a plane for a hobby would be all that cheap, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, so I'm just going to work on that. Sometimes, you know, you can't let yourself get frustrated. Sometimes it takes a little longer, and like I said, sometimes you have to go to the other end, but it will work, except on some of the fancier types of gimp, which in another video I may show you, where you just, at some point, you just have to give up because it's actually well stitched on there. Most of these commercial trims are not super duper well made. My apologies to any of the commercial trim manufacturers that may be looking. Okay, so you get the idea, and all I'm going to do is finish pulling all this off of here so that you are left with our delightful cord. It's usually not too expensive, this stuff right here. Okay, so there we are. Got all kinds of it going on, yeah. Alright, let's get started making tassels.